B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5, or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
Hey guys, Thursday. Yeah, by the time I got done running the Mosin and Ms. Bomey's Smith & Wesson Model 10 up to the gunsmith last night, then shoot over and give my friend Tim a hand, it was going to be way too late, so I was all tuckered out. But really, I'd be lying if I didn't say I was really excited to see what the outcome of the Mosin is, and made a small modification to it. Made a phone call to Bill, the gunsmith, and I can't wait to show you that surprise. Yeah, if anybody ever needs any gunsmithing work, I definitely need to put all Bill's information down. It's really nice when you run across a combination of a super nice guy, but he's like that mad scientist like guy when it comes to his guns. I mean, I called him this morning about the item, and he like immediately knew the barrel dimensions and it's like, okay, that's why I have him do all the shit that I don't feel comfortable with. Or should I rephrase? I didn't feel that I'd have a problem mounting the Rock Solid Industries rail on the gun, but I wanted it to be perfect, and I just assume have Bill do it. I want it to be as accurate as possible. Starters, we had beer mail today. NYHalfassprepper restocked me on high res, which will be coming in handy tonight. And then he sent a bunch of stuff from Dogfish Head. The Palo Santo Marin, which I've actually done a review on this one. The Burton Batten, which is a oak-aged Imperial IPA. 10%. Yeah, this is a special ale. No kidding. That one just sounds good. Dogfish Head Worldwide Stout. A very dark beer brewed with a ridiculous amount of barley. What's the alcohol percentage on this? Dogfish seems to just pack it in on all of them. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on this one. He knew that I've never had the 60-minute IPA and the 90-minute IPA. I'd probably put the 120 in the 10 brew review, but can't put any of this stuff in here because that'll have to qualify for next year. And yes, we're still working out a schedule with Evil Neil to he's got to clear out a few things, and then he'll be up. And you can let me know if this looks any better. I tried changing a setting on the camera so it didn't look like I just walked out of a tanning salon. The other cool thing is my good friend Jeremy. You may know him as Pre-Dawn Death. He ordered stuff, basically wanted me to make sure that we had the bugs worked out of it before the shoot this year. I'm not 100% sure. I guess if I would have actually looked at the box I could tell you, but he ordered 6 plates. These are the AR500 steel, and I believe this is from shootsteel.com. And then he ordered some shepherd's hooks. and he was asking already if it looked like it was going to work. Well, Jeremy, here's what I was talking about. They've got this little designer curly Q on there, and it because it wraps around too tightly, it makes it so that you can't put the target on. But with a minor modification, there you go. And yes, Jeremy, the next opportunity I have to get out, and I'll probably have to wait till it warms up just a little bit, because the last time that we went out and brought a shepherd style hook, I could not get it into the ground. Meanwhile, these make awesome coasters. Okay, what are we looking at today? We're looking at Iron Bridge Brown Ale. This is another one from Nick. Again, I appreciate it, Nick. 5.3% by volume. And this is from, is it Gaham Brewery? And they're up in his neck of the woods, eh? So he was really curious as to what I thought of this in comparison to the Moose Roll. And if memory serves, Nick, you have not had the Moose Roll. Come on over and I'll hook you up. Okay. Oh yeah, bottle top. Can't upset HempSeedAddict. There you go. Here we go. Again, and I told Nick this, for the benefit of the doubt, I'm assuming that none of the stuff that he sent me is at the top of its game, due to the fact that it was, excuse me, in the negatives. The pretty much the entire trip from point A to point B. So, okay, well, it's dark. The carbonation looked okay. Not a lot of head on there, but just enough. So, cheers, guys. I suppose we should talk about the smell. Yeah, it smells like beer. Well, starts off with kind of a roasted, almost nutty flavor, kind of like Heffy teabagged it, and then there's a little bit of a hoppiness to it, and the end is kind of a dry, kind of a bitter, with a little bit of a cocoa kind of like characteristic to it. I'm not going to prolong this for you, Nick. The Moose Roll is better. This is still good, but that damn Moose Roll. Maybe that's one of the things I should have on hand for this year. You know, the shoot, sponsored by fill in the blanks. It'd be nice if Shoot Steel would, you know, sponsor us and send some stuff to shoot at. We did pretty good last year. We learned some stuff. You know, stop shooting the pistol targets with ARs. That's one thing. The target stand that I made stayed up for quite a while, and the funny thing is instead of the legs of it being blown apart, one of the fittings actually got hit and shattered, and that's what took it out. So if I would have just had another fitting, been back in business. But sorry, I digress. The so yeah, gotta make sure I correct this because I heard about it a couple times. It's not the Ebomi shoot, it's the Ebomi's shoot because she puts a lot of effort into it. Not to mention putting up with us. The Ebomis Shootapalooza 2014, sponsored by ShootSteel.com, Freedom Ammunition, and Moose Drool. I don't know if that sounds right. But like I said, Lord knows if this is really at its top of its game. I want to say that both of the bottles and the pine were still a liquid when they showed up. The stuff in the can, that was a slushy or solid. This does, for those of you that have actually had the Moose Drool, this has a lot of the characteristics of the Moose Drool, but it's almost like, in a way, it's like a lighter version of it, and the Moose Drool doesn't have any kind of a chocolate or coffee or anything like that finish. It's, you know, more of your traditional brown. This one is, I think, by adding the chocolate in there, it doesn't hurt it. I mean, it's still very tasty, as you can see. If I saw this, would I get it again? I guess it depends on if it was sitting next to Moose Drool or not. Yeah, Nick, you'll have to look for it. I've already got one Canadian jumping the border for Moose Drool. We can make it two. Oh yeah, it's a bigger bottle. There's more of it. All natural ingredients. Well, see, that's why it's like good for you. Since when is anything good for you actually really at the top of tastiness? Malted barley, hops, water, yeast, no additives, no preservatives, and no pasteurization. So it's got that going for it. Now it is tasty. I was, you know, just being fair. So far of the brown ales, the Moose Drool and Clown Shoes Brown Angel are both exceptional. Where would I put this on the E scale? I would say this guy is an 8. 8 on the E scale. I like the big bottle. So anybody that wants to check out, I guess we could talk about tomorrow. What should we look at tomorrow? Well, with the what do we got from Nick? Got 2 things from Nick yet, but I'm really kind of intrigued by the Dogfish. The barrel aged sounds yummy, and the dark beer with the ridiculous amounts of barley also sounds good. I think I'd really like to take a look at the Burton Batten, the oak aged Imperial India Pale Ale. So let's do this tomorrow. Oh, what is this? Had a packaging malfunction, and one of the high-res just fell right out. 11.1%. Honestly, this 6 points high-res, I think it's pretty much gone to the top of my my hop head stuff as of right now. If I had a chance of this, or say, and I do have a few of these left, the Hop Slam from Bell's, this is better. And a few of you have been finding this and been pretty much saying the same thing. I just wish somebody in this area, maybe I better talk to Andy over at Keyport and see if they would possibly consider adding 6 Point to their lineup. Okay, so politically, how many of you are concerned about all the talks about the cuts to the military? I mean, here's what makes it a really terrible combination is, one, we're reducing our military to 1940s levels, coupled with the fact that Obama is a fuck up, and he has made the United States look ridiculously weak. I mean, how many times has he either A, looked the other way, or stuck his lips on the ass of anybody that'll bend over in front of him? He is the weakest president that I can ever think of, and that weakness is what is going to get us in trouble. Now we combine it with the cuts to the military. I mean, liberals don't seem to find a social program that they would ever consider. What was it? Sean Hannity was interviewing somebody, and I believe it was, if they cut, I don't remember if it was $1 or a penny. It was a ridiculous amount. Reduce, first of all, no increases, but reduce every social program or every program, reduce the amount spent on it. I'll just say $1. Spend $1 less on everything. It was like a huge amount of money that we would have been able to like start balancing shit, but can't do that. You can't whenever the liberal mentality is something is a loss if it isn't constantly increased. Like, if you normally put $1 million into this particular program, and next year you put $1 million in, a liberal will call that a loss, because the following year you should put like $1.10 million or something like that in there. So that's just one of the things. And then we've got a person running, I don't know if he is in some political party. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. I listened to this interview and I was just like, this guy is a fucking retard, and he is going in a direction that sounds like China or Russia wanting the government to basically have, tell me if this doesn't sound just like China or Russia. They would have a representative at each media site overseeing like broadcasts and deciding if that should go out or not, under the guise of being truthful. I guess they're the ones deciding if it's truthful or not. And like Hannity was asking this numbnuts, his show, for instance, is basically, it's an opinion show. It's not a official newscast. So what, you're gonna have someone some government military guy standing in the corner with a gun, saying, what he just said, we don't approve of it, and all of a sudden it's censored? And like Hannity kept asking him, have you read the Constitution? Has anybody ever clued you in on the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and to the press, and this guy just, oh yeah, I'm fully aware. Oh yeah, he's fully aware. Just like Obama himself is always categorized as a constitutional lawyer. Well, I think he only became a constitutional lawyer so he could know how to circumvent it, how to screw with it, how to get around it, how to push us down and bring whatever he wants. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna, leave it there, because that's pretty much at the top of the stories right now, and I just, well, there's the other ones, hang on. There's was it Gaham Brewer, Arizona? Once again, vetoing. So here we are in the state of Minnesota. We got Muslim pond scums. If they will actually ask you this. Hello, cab service. Hey, Towelhead cab service. Could you please send a Towelhead over here to pick me up? Because I need to go to the grocery store. Oh, we were just wondering, do you happen to have a dog? Yes, I have a dog. I'm blind and I'm going to need to bring my dog with. I'm sorry, we cannot service you. Why in America do we even put up with that shit? Get the fuck out of the country. Suck it. And that's what's happening here. And there, in Arizona anyway, the issue is the gay marriage and all that stuff. And I know it's a hotbed of discussion, but if you own a business, I mean, in a lot of places, have the sign that hangs up. Have the sign that hangs up that they can pretty much refuse business for any reason. I own the place. This is my business. This is my building. I pay the taxes. I buy all the shit. I pay for the employees. And if you're going to come in here and you're going to be some like freakazoid or whatever, and you're acting like a douche, then out the door you go. And the same with, you got Steve and Tom all kissy face in there. Get out of here. That's not what I want in my business. But whatever. There's some things that are very cool about Arizona, and there's some things that are not. Basically, liberals are not. Oh. Oh my. Damn it, man. If you can find high-res near a HempSeedAddict, I'm going to jump on Google Plus a little later and hook up with you. And hopefully by then I'm a wreck. I don't even know why I even attempt to do anything on a Friday. Just kidding. Oh man, that's just so tasty. God, look at the life. The life just going on in there. Okay, guys. I'm going to go enjoy about, 11.1%. I'm going to enjoy as many of these as I possibly can. And as a sneak preview for... Hang on one second. I saw something that has to be picked up. It's a sneak preview for you guys. Really, the Mosin might be back tomorrow, but the particular item that I'm waiting for is to go along with some work done by said gunsmith Bill's Gun Repairs. I'd put a website so you guys could go check out his shit, but this guy, he has a computer so he can order gun parts, but Seriously, I would not stand here and recommend anybody if, I mean, I'm a picky son of a bitch, and who do I have that does anything that I don't do? Well, let's see. Ms. Bomey's Smith & Wesson Model 10 has some kind of a timing issue. When you pull back the hammer, sometimes it doesn't advance, so there's like some claw and a spring set up in there that can eventually go, and that obviously is happening. Uh, so I need to make sure that's taken care of. Uh, the last time I actually had Bill do something for me, other than just calling a check-in, say hi or whatever, is he's the one that ended up putting the spring in the ejector in my bolt for my AR when I swapped out the unfired bolt. Swapped out for the KNS, did the complete the tubs, the David Tubbs springs set up in there. Everything got swapped over for Tubbs springs. And after breaking 3 punches and went, this thing isn't, it's, especially at the time, this is an expensive bolt carrier. I don't want to mess it up. I had Bill do it. And the same with the Mosin. But made me feel pretty good when I opened up the case, and he went, "Wow, Mosins aren't exactly known for their detail work when it comes to the metal finishing." He goes, "How much time do you have into making this thing shiny?" I'm like, "Well, I'm coming up on 12 hours of sanding and polishing to make it look like that." And he's like, "It really looks awesome." So, yeah, I was kind of undecided about making one modification to the rifle, and I wouldn't make it just for aesthetics. It was important that it look good and be functional, and what I'll be doing to it is both. So, on that note, we will see you tomorrow, and we'll take a look at the dogfish head. Meanwhile, guys, stay vigilant. Everybody somewhere that can stay on top of their congressmen and senators and imbeciles in charge of our government, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. As far as I'm concerned, anybody that knows how Tom Clancy's Debt of Honor book ends, that's what I think should happen, because it's the only thing that's going to correct all of the dumbasses that have, the enemies that have infiltrated our government. They're called senators and congressmen. So, damn. Thank you, New York Half-Ass Prepper, and thank you, Nick, and thank you, Jeremy, Pre-Dawn Death, for starting the flow of stuff for this year's shoot. These will be great to, like he said, put the big target rack for the rifles far down, and then up closer, left and right. We'll put some of these, because the shoot and steel is great because you get the instant gratification that you're either on or you're off. So, okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, and cheers, and thanks again, everybody, and have a great night. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna.